Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Again, y'all out there in Sauce Land, just having some audio technical difficulties. Give me just a moment to resolve it, because it sounds fucking terrible, and y'all ain't gonna want to listen to that shit, so give me just a minute, bro. Get this shit fixed.
Cody.
Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Well, first off, what's the finally after all of don't even ask. I don't know how it happened and what happened, but what's the motherfucking deal, Sauce Nation? Welcome to Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network. Maybe talking all sports, but only Houston. Again, the best sports conversation in the city, because ain't nobody doing it like the Sauce. Many have tried to replicate, duplicate, yet they just fail to successfully. I ain't got nothing to worry with. Anyway, let's talk about it. I got a gentleman from the round getting down today. We got a lot to talk about. Sauce, y'all know, go ahead and get a Sauce Nation roll call. I ain't going to go through the whole thing because we already late. And it's going to be a short Sauce. We want to see some Astros action too. Y'all want to watch those? We want to watch the motherfucking Astros too. But who we got getting down and around with us today?
You got your boy Wise in the mix today. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you get the membership. Hit the membership. Hit the membership. Hit the Discord. We didn't have like maybe 5-6 people join the Discord. They didn't hop in the chat.
Yeah.
They didn't got involved. So if you ain't in the Discord, you're missing out. I mean,
I'm trying to
join
tell
the
you.
Discord. Game days, regular days, every day we in there. It don't matter. Holidays,
they,
birthdays, yeah.
they're showing off their food, showing off they cooking, arguing about barbecue recipes. I'm trying to tell you, like y'all don't understand. When we say the South, it's a community, like it's a real live community. But the only thing about the Discord, it will get to a point where it will have to get limited because it's just it can be. That's why we kind of do it the way we do it. It's a good community, and we like, hey, y'all come in, but then you don't ever want to do too much. So y'all keep that in mind. Anyway, oh man, I ain't got no little background. Let me tweak my shit. I want to look cool too. But we got a lot to talk about today. We're gonna talk about the injury report. We're gonna talk about some shenanigans and tomfoolery taking place with that whole situation. We're gonna talk about the foundation that the Texans have built. We've talked about these things for so many years. I think you really have to take a few minutes to sit and appreciate what we're having. Like sometimes you can be in the middle of something and you kind of get lost in what it is. Sometimes you have to take a step back and appreciate it. I think that we as fans, especially if you've been here for the long haul, you've been here since the inception of the team. You gotta you know what I'm saying, you gotta appreciate where we're at right now, because I think we're really, I don't think people understand how special it is what we have going, but we'll get into that. And we'll talk a little bit about the Astros. They whoop out the Twins. They beat the shit out of the Twins yesterday. That shit was great. And I know people are like, well, why are you guys booing Correa? Well, what is the purpose of booing? Fuck Correa. He ain't Astro, so fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Look, that's my explanation right there. And I don't care what he did do for the team. That's all right. You left the squad, man. You turned your back on us. You with the what them young niggas say? You with the ops now. All right. Ergotic, chill out. Antoine, insert name FC, aka shout out to Hector Flores, holding down the chat. Let me see. Jay Boogie. Let me see. I don't even know how to say that name. Through goaded. I'm hoping I pronounced that right. Flash Sage, one deep. Dak Triple motherfucking pimp. D'Angelo, what's the motherfucking deal? Gilmore, Big Slime, terrible. Young Ken in the building. I'm with the shit. Joseph T, what's the motherfucking deal? Make sure you hit that like button, man. But let's talk about it, right? So first, let's take a look at. Let me pull it up for y'all, right? Let's take a look at the injury report. Let's take a look at some of the names that are on the injury report, and it may be a name or two, depending on how you feel about things. That may be a little concerning. That may be a little frustrating, right? And it kind of brings up something. Someone in the sauce made a statement about. I want to say last week, right? And not even in the roundtable. Someone in the Sauce Nation, one of the Fresh Ingredients, made a statement. It makes me think about that, but we'll get into that. Let me pull this up properly so y'all can see it too. And so there's a name in particular, or we'll start with Mr. Wise. When you saw the injury report today, what stood out to you? What did you notice? Did anything bother you when you looked at it? Anything concern you?
Did it bother me? Not really, but usual suspect, Mr. Sunflower Seed champion himself, Mr. Laramie Thompson, was on the did not practice, did not participate on the injury report today. Says it was related to his knee. He's been having troubles with his knee the last couple of weeks. He did come back last week. He had a start for the Houston Texans. Gave up no pressures, gave up no sacks. So hopefully it's just a rest day. Hopefully they just being precautious with his knee, letting him recover. But if he's on the injury report again tomorrow, it's gonna be very concerning. Then we're gonna really have to talk about it. So today I'm not too stressed about it, but to me, the one that's a big difference for us is Tank Dell. Tank Dell did not practice today. Aaron Wilson tweeted out today that it's a possibility and it's trending towards that Tank is recovering from his concussion, but he's still in the concussion protocol. But it's a high chance that he won't be playing this Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. And we've seen how that affected the Texans last week in the second half when Tank went down after making that huge catch for 26 yards, I believe. The whole offense was different after that.
Yeah.
So we went 3-and-out, 3-and-out, 3-and-out into that final drive. So hopefully they can scheme some things up. I know they said we're getting Noah Brown back this week. What we've seen from Noah Brown this year, drop passes when he's wide open, things of that sort. He got an opportunity to improve himself and show that what he's worth. If not, he can go back to Dallas Cowboys. To me, I think the Texans, we should see more of John Mechie. John Mechie deserves an opportunity this weekend as Xavier Hutchinson. More light skin powers at the wide receiver position. So we need Xavier Hutchinson. We need the light skins to the light skin connection. Xavier Hutchinson to CJ Stroud. So I want to see Xavier get involved. I want to see Hutchinson get involved. And Robert Woods didn't practice today either. That was another one. So, hey, if those two guys are out, go ahead and see what we got in these young guys. We see Mechie every time he get in the game. Every catch he's got this year has been a first down. He did have one drop not last week, but the week before last against the Pittsburgh. It was a big drop, but it wasn't that big of a deal because we blew him out. But overall, Mechie's been pretty good, but they need to go ahead and release the man. I know they're being cautious with him, but one last one too. It's a lot of little concerning things though, because it's not just one name. Because Shaq Griffin didn't practice either, and we found out he got injured right before the game last week, and we seen how Desmond Ridder went in through 300 yards against us. So Shaq Griffin playing, it's going to be a situation again. We got to find out who's going to fill that void. We did sign Jason Verrett today to the practice squad from the 49ers. He was the guy that played at TCU. He was drafted by the Chargers. He was one of the best corners in the league if he could stay healthy. He dealt with a lot of injuries. Every year he go ACL, Achilles, and it's been tough for him to recover. But at least he's coming into a defense that he's familiar with. He's got experience with DeMeco Ryans. He's a veteran. He can step in and hopefully fill that void for Shaq Griffin. So, to me, all of the injuries are a little bit concerning. Malik Collins, that's our bats. We ain't worried about him. It don't matter who they put in first. I would think of Lil Davis. So that's a good one. Yeah, because Lil Davis, let him get his opportunity to shine.
Okay. Yeah, just a full rundown. Like I said, the name, y'all can't see it on there. I was over there trying to make it look good. As y'all know, I did not prepare that before the stream. Hey, look, it is what it is. But you got Malik Collins, Tank Dell, Shaquille Griffith. You got Larry Tunsil, Robert Woods, Blake Cashman. Well, actually, let me stop with Robert Woods, the first from Malik, Tank, Shaquille, Larry Tunsil, Robert Woods, and Blake Cashman were. I keep saying Blake Cashman, but Robert Woods, they did not practice. Cashman, Font, Christian Harris, Shaq Mason, all limited. Noah Brown, Titus Howard, Josh Jones, Perryman, and Tavir Thomas all a full go. So, yeah,
hopefully we get Christian Harris back.
Yeah, and that, again, the crazy and the Kiki. I mean, I just call this nigga Kiki. What the fuck is wrong with me? I gotta get off the drugs. That's an insult to myself. Shout out. I apologize to every U-based cougar that ever existed. Tank Dell concussion. It was such an odd thing because again, that was such a great catch that he made it on. You know what I mean? And again, like you said, once he went out the game, we saw how things changed. And I think that he's going to be an integral piece. He's going to be a very necessary piece for the Texans to, continue having success, and especially being a guy that, CJ relies on and he's confident in throwing the ball to. But talking about CJ throwing the ball, light-skinned CJ, I'm talking about the foundations the Texans have built. And, getting CJ was a good foundation because who knows, right? Who knows? It's not out of the question that the Texans may or may not have ever considered Bryce Young. But you got CJ, and CJ's potentially going for another rookie record, right? So, again, I know people are going to be excited about the record. I forgot what it is. I think he needs whatever it is. He needs like 25, 26 passes. What is it? The most period by a rookie. So not the start, but the largest amount of passes by a rookie. In a passing the rookie season without throwing an interception, right? So some weird shit like that. But either way, another record. Does this record is it more meaningful? Is it the same on the same caliber as the other record? Just a continuation? Like, how do you feel? If CJ does go out and he clinches another record, but win or lose, I don't want to add that caveat to it. But how do you feel about more records in the mix for Mr. CJ? You know,
I mean, the kid is phenomenal. It's just a testament of his hard work.
yeah,
Honestly, he put in the hard work when everybody doubted him, when everybody was shitting on his name, when guys were saying he wasn't going to be better than Bryce Young, when guys said he wasn't going to be better than Anthony Richardson, when they were saying he was retarded because he couldn't pass the S2 test. God forgive me. No, seriously though,
yeah, yeah,
that's what they
yeah,
were saying,
yeah.
and he just believed in himself. That he believed in his process. So he came into the Houston Texans. He was a leader from day one. Um, he appreciated the city. He appreciated the fans. He buying into the city. He buying into the fans. And he's like D'Amico said. He's the first person in the building. He's watching film all the time, doing these great things. And your hard work is when your hard work is translating to the field, it's nothing but it's gonna make him hungrier at the
Yeah.
end of the day. It's gonna be like, oh shit, this hard work is paying off. If I work harder, can I take it to a whole different level? And he's already working hard, but we seen that same work ethic with JJ Watt. JJ Watt was the guy that would show up to the stadium 4 o'clock in the morning, wouldn't leave the stadium to 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And look, he became a Hall of Fame player in the Ring of Honor. So um, him starting his career out like this, we never seen it before. He's trying to go and beat Kyler Murray on this record. Like you said, he only needs 25 passes. So if he go another game without a turnover, like I said, no turnovers puts us in a. It's not a bad record. It's a great record because no turnovers put us in the situation to win the game. As long as we're able to put the ball in the end zone. So if he's able to go throw 2 touchdowns this week, 3 touchdowns this week, if the running game can finally help him, that's a key because
Yeah.
CJ can't do it all by himself.
That's
But if
true.
the running game can help him, then we can look at okay, uh, that automatically puts you in the possibility to win the game. So keeping the offense clean, keeping it no turnovers. This is a very impressive record, and it's gonna put him on a pace to win a Rookie of the Year. At this by this far, I think going to next week is gonna be the bye week. So he's gonna get time to rest, let his body recover. Then they get situated for Carolina Panthers. So and that's gonna be a big game for him because he's gonna want that revenge. I don't know if you've seen the videos going around on Twitter, on Instagrams, and on the sporting channels, but they brought it back up how the Panthers was making promises to CJ that he was gonna be drafted as a Carolina Panthers,
Yeah.
and how the Carolina Panthers staff wanted CJ Stroud, but the owner wanted Bryce Young. So hey, CJ finna go out. He finna show them why they should have took him, but now he in the beloved Houston Texans.
Yeah.
So
There's going to be a lot of very good storylines for that game. I can't wait till that game because I think by that point, I think you have an idea. And I feel like at this point you have an idea because it's been consistent. It hasn't been this crazy spectrum, between games. It hasn't been this amazing game, this out of this world game, and then he has this fucking bum ass game. You're like, why the fuck did we draft this guy? Then he has another one of these amazing games, and he has 2 or 3 bum ass. Like it's been consistent, and you've seen improvement, but it's gradual but consistent improvement. So it to me it tells you what you have, right? Again, you can talk about all the greats. It's you see it. I always talk about the eye test when it comes to anything because that's what makes you pay attention to an athlete. You're not watching somebody who look like they fucking suck. It's something about them that you see that catches your attention and you notice that they have the skills. But when you watch him play, he passes the eye test. We had a party here the other day. He's a very skeptical kind of person. You ain't never watched CJ play. By the end of I want to say it was the end of the first quarter, maybe early second quarter. He's like, yeah, I believe he's the real deal. He's not even a Texans fan. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, that kid's the real deal. You know what I mean? He's like, and I'm like, that wasn't even his better game. So he definitely does have it. It's something about him, and like you said, the records can only if he does achieve it, then it's meaning that he's played a good game because he hasn't turned the ball over. And that's all you can ask for. Generally, with a rookie quarterback, but a guy like this, you're getting a lot more. But it's not just CJ. It's not just light skinned CJ. There's a lot of light skinnedness going on the Texans, but the light skinnedness is translating to success within the Texans. When I talk about the foundation, I'm looking at a lot of these young players, right? And it's a guy on the other side of the ball that doesn't get the notoriety that I feel like. I think within Texans fans, we always show love to our players, of course. But a guy that I don't think gets the notoriety that he deserves or the recognition he deserves. I shouldn't say notoriety. And that's Petrie. right? And I think with him, you have a very strong piece that is going to be a part of the. I mean, and again, sometimes attitudes change the person. For all intents and purposes, that should be a key player for the Texans for many years to come, right? You have all these young pieces, like say you got Will, you got yeah, so I say you got Stingley. However y'all feel about.
Stop hating on Stingley. Stop
No,
hating
you
on him.
got.
Why you have to say his name
I'm
and discuss like
I'm
that?
just I'm not even hating. I'm just I honestly I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I had to turn my back on Sauce, man. I was completely and utterly disgusted at his behavior by bringing in that creatine, that creature, that disgusting, devious individual who's purporting these bad behaviors amongst the women of America. Definitely, I can't get down with that. I can't rock with no nigga who doing no shit like that. I have real questions, Sauce. But I mean, I thought you was a stand up dude. I don't know about that one. You gonna take the L on that one. But anyway, yeah, but you got a key foundation. I think that, that's why I say this year, even though I do have high hopes, right? And I do think that Texas have potential to do great things in the future. But I have high hopes. And it's not even about getting overly excited, but I think it's like a long term investment mentality that you're going to see returns on this year after year. But it's almost, what do they call it, compound interest, because it gets greater and greater. If this is what you're getting out of these guys early on in their career, and you get the pieces around them that they need. A guy like CJ, you're getting this out of him early on in his career, when the game should be its most difficult, right? Like, what are you going to get 4 or 5 years down the line from that? Like, what are you talking about? So I think people just have to chill, especially Texans fans. We haven't ever really earned anything, right? And we're putting, like, I guess, overly high expectations on stuff just because we got a few pieces. Like, we got CJ, because we got, like, you see Texas fans going crazy. I'm like, hey, we can talk our shit, we can do all that, but when we lose, then people turn around and start talking real reckless, and that, like, so it's like you got to temper your expectations. You either you fucking with it or you're not. Like, that's just kind of my mentality on it. But like I was saying, this team does have a very solid foundation, and I think we need to take time to appreciate that. I think we need to look at years past and look at where we are now and say, man, look, I think we are finally headed in the right direction. We got to shed a lot of that old mentality, because the Texans, it's a brand new Texas, man. And I'm excited about what they have and what they hold in the future. So I did say it's going to be a little bit of a shorter sauce today, but we are going to talk about something, right, that we don't normally talk about, because y'all like talking about the Texans. Y'all like talking about the Texans a whole lot. Well, it's actually two things, and one of them defer to Mr. Wise on that because I have no information about it. Were you able to check out the Rockets?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
And shout out to my boy Greenleaf. I keep telling y'all, my boy Greenleaf.
Yeah,
He be doing recaps of the game and stuff. He do a live stream throughout the game, like a play by play.
yeah,
Pretty cool. But yeah, I got to catch the game. Man, um,
yeah.
it's a whole turnaround from Steven Silas, dog.
Mm,
You got ball movement on the offensive side of the ball. You got the defense, guys being active on the defensive side of the ball, guys being in zone, guys being able to attack. Jalen Green showing effort on the defensive side of the ball, something we never seen from James Harden. Sengun looked good. Cam Whitmore, bruh.
yeah,
Cam Whitmore. We call him Baby Mello, bruh.
yeah,
Cam Whitmore is going to be a baller, dog. I can't wait. I'm glad KPJ is gone because that opened more minutes for Cam Whitmore. And Cam Whitmore, we've seen it. First of all, Cam Whitmore was a guy, just like the Texans had a good draft. Cam Whitmore was a guy that was supposed to, the Rockets was considering drafting at the fourth position. It was between him and Amon Thompson. Well, Cam Whitmore wound up falling in the draft. The Rockets tried to trade back up into the top 10 in the draft, but teams didn't want to trade with the Rockets for some reason. And so Cam Whitmore wound up falling all the way to pick 20,
yeah,
and he was a top 5 prospect in the draft. They said because they don't like his effort, they don't like his because of his injury that he had in high school.
yeah,
Injury he had sophomore year in high school, he broke his leg. Come on,
yeah,
bro. I mean, that's high school. You 14, 15 years old. Come on.
Yeah.
But this guy's spectacular. This guy's a 3-level scorer. He can play the 2, the 3, the 4. It's gonna be. I can't wait till this guy gets his opportunity. And then also we got Eamon Thompson. Eamon Thompson didn't have a good shooting game yesterday, the rookie, but he showed what else he could do. He can get rebounds. He can get a couple of assists. Guys wasn't knocking down shots as well, but yeah, he's gonna learn how to take those shots. Guys gonna give him those shots because they know he's not a great shooter, but he's gonna develop that. I'm not worried about his shot just yet. The Rockets are always known for making a non-shooter to a shooter and making guys being confident at shooting that 3-point shot. Dylan Brooks, or like some people say, Dillion Brooks, the Canadian, the one that don't like Drake, the light skin that don't
Oh,
like Drake.
oh, that's my niggas, my niggas. Yes, yes.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks. I love that guy, man.
Yeah.
He adds a different intensity to the Houston Rockets, and some people don't like it. First 5 minutes of the game, he's real active on defense. He applying pressure. Guys ain't scoring on him. He can guard 1 through 4 position, but Daniel Tice that used to be on the Rockets, he go and set a screen. Dylan Brooks trying to fight through the screen. He hit him like that in between the nuts. They call it flagrant 2. He got ejected 5 minutes into the first preseason game. It's the preseason. Who cares? But they kicked him out based on his past. It wasn't that bad. I mean, the guy, Daniel Tice was a flop. He was a flop for the Houston Rockets. So I like what I really seen. And it was points in the game where I seen me get real pissed with the players on the team. Like when they wasn't running their sets, or guys wasn't being active on the offensive side of the ball, and the offense got a little bit too stagnant, or guys wasn't being too active on defense, he'll stop, call a timeout, and get in their ass. No homos. He would get in their butt, bro. No homos, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. He
Yeah,
would
yeah.
get on them, bro. He would get on them, bro. And he'll apply that pressure. So, but they came out, they looked active. It don't matter what group was on the floor, whether that was the first team, the second rotation that came in. Tari Eason, bro.
Yeah.
Tari Eason is a fucking baller, bro. This guy does everything. He get the rebounds. He defend great. He gonna clean up putbacks. He gonna score the 3.
Yeah.
He gonna dunk the ball. Man, Tari Eason is a dog. So I love to see it, bro, from the Houston Rockets. So, like I said, I love Jalen Greens. Jabari looked a little bit more confident yesterday. Sam Gooms. Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
Fred VanVleet was a big difference yesterday because we actually had a point guard. We haven't had a point guard in forever. You can see how the offense was flowing, and he was dishing guys wide open. He was confidently making his 3-point shot. He was making his mid-range. He was creating more opportunities for Jalen Green.
Yeah.
So, man, this team is going to be a good team. They might struggle a little bit early in the season as they're trying to find that chemistry since they got a few new pieces. We still didn't get to see Randy Bullock yesterday, who we just signed from the Dallas Mavericks, which is a shooter, which we need. But we need to get another backup center. If we can get that backup center position filled, maybe we're going after a guy like Robert Williams from Portland that they just traded from Boston. I don't know any other backup centers that's available just yet. But if we can fill that up, this team can be pushing for that play-in and try to make their way to that AC possibly. I don't know if they can get that far. But they should win anywhere. I'm not going to make a win prediction just yet, but we just got it. The verdict is out there, but I like what Ime Udoka is doing just far. So, like I said, hey, if you want more Rockets content, my boy Greenleaf be doing it on YouTube too. And, it's a great stream. So,
Okay. That's a BET. So you feeling confident in the Rockets? Like, you feeling like they can be competitive this year?
yeah, they can definitely be competitive after being the worst team 2 years in a row and then the second worst team last year.
Yeah.
It's been pitiful. It's crazy because the Rockets and the Texans been on the same trend the last few years. They both went through their rebuilds. They was both trending upwards at the same time, and then they both were trending downwards at the same time. And they both been going through these rebuilds, and now they finally looking like things are moving up for both franchises again. They both hired 2 ex-players that were head coaches. Head coaches that was ex-players. Ime Udoka was a coach with the Spurs. A player with the Spurs, and D'Amico was a player with the Texans and the Eagles, of course. So, things are looking up for us.
Okay. Real quick, I just wanted to give a shout out to the Astros because for whatever reason, I always said, I would watch from a distance. I would never say I was an Astros fan. But the Astros, if you look at what was happening on the other sides of town or with the other teams and this, that, the Astros probably kept a lot of Houstonians from committing sports suicide, right? And I'm probably, you can't use that word, but what I'm saying that is by just like, you know what, I'm not fucking with sport. I'm not like, because it's a lot of people. You got to think about it's some shit that's didn't happen, especially with the whole oily booty WD-40 situation. You could have people who how they felt about Bob McNair, how they felt about Bill O'Brien. You know what I mean? You have people who have felt a particular way about James Harden and his lifestyle, or all the things that were going on around it, and even with the allegations, look, winning cures all, right? The Stros have been that one thread that have kept Houston sane in the sports world uh, for the last 7 or so years, right? But it's a wild deal, so you got to appreciate it. And I'm trying to get more into it. I'm not getting more into the game, but you, sir, your expectations, are you looking forward to anything from these Astros?
I wore my good luck hat. Last time I wore this hat on the screen. The last two times I wore this hat on the screen, we won the game.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get it done tonight. What I seen defensively from the Astros yesterday was very impressive. I know they went 9-1, but Jeremy Pena made a lot of huge catches at the shortstop positions to stop some scoring runs, and that giving my Minnesota Twins that momentum. So I like what I seen from Abreu. Abreu had a home
Yeah.
run. Bregman had a home run. I mean, everybody was eating yesterday, and then the Minnesota Twins want to come out after the game and say, "Yeah, we really didn't like the time of the day that we played the game because it was the shadows and this and that, making excuses."
What?
Alex Bregman said, "It's the playoffs. We don't make excuses."
Yeah.
And then you got that Texas Rangers talking about we want Houston's, we want Houston's.
Oh
Look at the
no.
last every team that said they want Houston's, like my boy Maldonado, and I know a lot of people don't like Maldonado. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He has a good relationship with all our pitchers, so they work well together.
Yeah.
And like Hector would say, he calms down and controls the game for the team.
Yeah.
Um, but like Maldi say, we want Hillstones, you get Hillstones. You want
Hey,
Hillstones, you get Hillstones.
look,
So hopefully this team can get it done so we can get a Texas showdown, Ace Town versus the Dirty D. Arlington. Well, we're not going to even acknowledge the Dirty D. They in
no,
Arlington.
the Dallas even
So
have a team in their city. Like the Mavericks, even in Dallas, like everybody else on the side in Arlington doing some other shit. Niggas ain't even going to that. The athletes don't even go to Dallas. Y'all claim that the athletes don't even want to go in your city.
they only got Dallas Mavericks and Dallas Stars.
Yeah,
That's
that's terrible.
it.
Fucking man, how amazing is it to watch fucking Jordan Alvarez though? Like
Jordan is a beast.
that, it don't seem real. You know what I'm saying? And there are Astros fans who don't like Jordan. Do you know that?
Yeah, they were saying trade him at the deadline for Shohei Ohtani. I'm like, that's crazy.
Like
But oh, go ahead.
no, I'm just saying it's just crazy. It's people who don't like. They say they don't like his personality. I fuck with Jordan. Jordan reminds me of me in a lot of sense because he's just
Yeah,
the dude is just calm most of the time. Like you know what I'm saying. Don't get too hot. He's gonna knock one out the fucking park. Just look at that bitch and like okay, like he ain't just do what the fuck he just did. You know what I mean? And if he strike out, okay, it's whatever. It's like he's like got this level about himself. Most times, things happen, but he's got this level about himself that I find very intriguing. Like he seems like he stays calm, even in the most high pressure situations. So, man, look, young Ken. I wasn't no baseball watching ass dude myself. You got to start watching. At least watch the Astros. Them motherfuckers are exciting, though. That's a lucky thing to have in Houston because you're not going to get to experience that with too many teams in any kind of level of major league sports. Period. But much less to have this at the house and you're seeing what's happening. Like, dog, if any time to get into, I would recommend now. Like I said, I let a few of them early years go by. I wasn't fucking with it. And I've watched the Astros like way back in the past, like when in '05 and way back then we had the Killer Bees and shit like that. But I just didn't know baseball. Like I never played. I ain't never
Hunter
got into it.
Pence,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
Hunter Pence, Andy Pettit, Roger Clemens,
yeah.
Carlos Lee, Berkman, Vigios, Bregman. I mean, we had a lot of guys come through here, bro. But I remember I was having this conversation with my college roommate. Back in 2016 is when I went to like my first Corpus Christi Hooks game when I was getting ready to graduate from college, and we went to the minor league team game, and it was Jordan there.
Yeah.
And so he was telling me like everybody in the stadium was like, "Yeah, this kid Jordan we just got from the Dodgers. He's gonna be the next big thing. He's gonna be the next big thing." And the game I went to, he hit 2 home runs, and I'm like, "Yeah, he a monster. He a monster." But I would never thought that he would have turned out to be something like this. 'Cause I just seen him when he was in the minor leagues. Now when I seen him when he got to the big leagues, it's like, man, he reminded me of Big Papi Ortiz when he was with Boston. So. And actually, he got potential to be better than that because he's young. So it's very scary. The Astros. Hopefully, we can bring up that back-to-back World Series champion. It's hard to do that in baseball, but if they do win another championship, we got a dynasty on our hands. We already got a dynasty, but
Yeah.
it's a cemented dynasty.
And you know, it'll just be so much better just to beat the Rangers along the way. Anyway, but you know,
Yeah, and it's the seventh consecutive ALCS if they win.
yeah, that's crazy.
Ooh, that's dominant.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta appreciate some shit like that. You don't have many Houston teams that you can say no shit about. Like shit, next best thing, what maybe the Comets or to be that, you know, back to back to back in anything that consecutively. So
And the Dynamo.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. And so yeah, you got to think about shit like that. You got to appreciate that, man. You gotta start. And I'm learning to appreciate other sport. Look, when I went to the Dynamo game, that was some fun shit. Like they be pumped up the entire damn game at the damn Dynamo. It's like a section of motherfuckers be standing on their feet. They on their feet like the players on their feet the whole damn game. Like you gotta start fucking with some new shit. But like I said, do want to go catch some of this Astros games. It was gonna be a short sauce for those of y'all who are in the Discord. Make sure y'all slide anything. My apologies for the technical difficulties earlier. I don't even know what happened. I don't even know how it got fixed. Honestly, it just stopped doing whatever the fuck it was doing. So there's that. Mr. Wise, anything you want to say to the people before we slide up out of here?
Shout out to everybody for the support as usual. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the membership. I'm gonna keep telling Honcho this. Put the Cash App on the stream
It's
so they
up.
can hit the Cash App.
It's up.
Put the Cash
Yeah, it's
App.
up there.
Put the Cash
It's
App.
up there. It's up there in the corner. I can't
Yeah.
really see it. There you go. Yeah, hit the cash.
Hit the Cash App. Wherever. That way, this way, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Hit the Cash App.
Yeah.
We gotta put some money into the sauce so we can drip a little bit more and we can give you guys some more content. So be tuned on more content. We're dropping stuff. I know y'all been paying attention to the videos, and we've been having a lot of fun content, a lot of fun questions that Huncho been providing to us lately. So shout out to everybody in the round table. Shout out to all the fans in Houston. Shout out to the Astros. Shout out to the Rockets. Shout out to the Texans. Shout out to Dynamo. And shout out to U of H.
Shout out to
Yeah.
the cool. Shout out to the cool. Say man, we got a Rangers fan. We got a Rangers fan in the chat, and it ain't Spitz. Yeah.
That's a perennial loser then.
Terrible. Yeah, what you say? We taking that boot back in playoff time? I don't think so. Sergi, Valdi, Gay, and Montgomery. Those names aren't household names. Nobody knows those people. But yeah. So with that being said, I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Shout out to the Wise Man for joining me this evening. Man, if y'all ain't catch the last two, if y'all missed the streams that we do, make sure y'all go catch the last two. Y'all don't know the sauce is a participation rate, man. There is no sauce without y'all. So if you didn't go drop your response on the video of the most hated Texan of all time, go drop that in the comments. Let us know your most hated Texan of all time. And what was the other one? Oh, if you could add a Texan, some of y'all don't be following instructions. Okay, the thing was if you could add a Texan not in the ring of honor, not in the ring, it's a circle. Shout out to Dan. Not in the ring of honor, man. You got that you would add to this team. Make sure you go drop that on those two the videos. We're gonna show you some love and make sure you drop in the comments on that. And with that being said, man, hey, we're gonna go watch the Astros, go Stros, go Rockets, go Texans, go Houston. You know what I'm saying? You know what? That might just be the new song. Go Houston. We rooting for the city, period, right? You know that might be it. So with that being said, that's it.
Oh, we forgot. Hold on before you go.
Mm-hmm.
Free Mechie.
Yeah.
Pay Steven Nelson. Pay me Nick.
Pay me Nick, yes. Pay me Nick. Oh yeah, we're gonna drop that. We're gonna be dropping that on. Make sure y'all drop that on your Twitter tags. Pay me Nick, free Mechie, and go Houston. That's what we on now. Yeah, that's the new Sauce logo, man. Go Houston. So with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all stay saucy and go Houston. Yeah, I like it. All right, we go. We out of here. We adios. We go watch the game. While y'all still here, we're gonna be in the Discord and watching the game, talking shit, and I hope the Rangers team bus catch a flat. And I don't got nothing. I'm in the Discord. Tired. Talk up.